Hey, what's good, fam? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes. We appreciate you inside the comment box. We lead off with practice number 4 footage of Bryce Young, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, looking good, looking polished. There's backup quarterback Ty Simpson. You're going to also see the number 2 quarterback, Jalen Milroe, within this video. What are your expectations of Bryce Young following the Heisman Trophy, that leadership, what he's going to do for Alabama overall this coming season? Want to get your take inside the comment box. First look this season of Big Tim Keenan, number 96, right in the middle of your screen. Another big boy contributing to this defensive line, working with Coach Freddie Roach. Of course, you're going to see Jaheim Oatis. We continue to talk about his transformation. Really just an amazing early college football storyline. Right here, you got the running backs. You got Roydell Williams catching the football out of the backfield. You'll notice that Jace McClellan and Roydell Williams each wearing a brace on each of their legs. This is number 1. You have Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs slated as a number 1 running back going into this season. You have Trey Sanders. We expect him to do great things. And another great storyline from last season, considering everything that went with Trey Sanders in the offseason. He was in the car accident. Good to see him just out there. Still remarkable. Jahmyr Gibbs rated as a number 1 overall pass catcher in Pro Football Focus last year at Georgia Tech. There's Roydell Williams catching the football out of the backfield. Some great footage of the tight ends. Alabama certainly gave us a lot of great footage of the tight ends. And as you can see, when you go through the roster at tight end, I think right now the storyline is who is going to step up in place of Cam Latu. There's many names. This is a new clip right here of Amari Niblack. He could potentially be somebody who steps up during this initial year at the University of Alabama. Danny Lewis right here, number 87. Amari Niblack checking in at 6'4", 225 pounds. Of course, you have Robbie Oots. He was used in several situations last year. Very good tight end that everyone's excited about. You also have Miles Ketzelman, who's a new name to the Alabama tight end room. And look, maybe it's too early to know who is going to step up within this tight end room. But I think when you look at the tight end room as a whole, there's a lot of names that you can go through. Danny Lewis is certainly a name we're excited to see. Ketzelman's a new addition, as we talked about. You have Amari Niblack, who could be that guy that I think Alabama fans have been looking for at that tight end spot. And that's a wide receiver that can be that playmaker that we've seen other programs have throughout the last couple of seasons. Of course, Cam Latu did such a great job for Alabama this last year, catching 8 touchdowns. Here is Jermaine Burton, number 14. Before that was Thao Jones-Bell. Good to see him getting some reps with the wide receivers, coming back to the football. Big wide receiver as well, 190 pounds. And then we had a chance to hear from Ja'Cory Brooks. He had a really big season last year, coming up during crunch time when Alabama needed him. We had a chance to hear from him during a media availability. Number 10, that is JoJo Earl, catching a pass from Bryce Young. What do you think about JoJo Earl, Christian Leary, that slot position for the Alabama Crimson Tide this coming season? The coach working with the wide receivers, of course, is Holman Wiggins. There's a nice throw right there from Jalen Milroe to Kobe Prentice. And as you can see, this is Ty Simpson. Hitting an Alabama wide receiver to the outside right there. This is some great footage. I love Damian George at that tackle spot, number 74. And I think as Alabama continues to fine-tune their offensive line, you're going to see a lot of guys rotate in there in that early season. J.C. Latham right there, number 65. But Damian George is a quality offensive lineman I think a lot of people can depend on. Working with new coach Eric Wolford, came over from Kentucky. A lot of people really excited about what he's bringing to the Crimson Tide and working with this offensive line. He's done such a great job on the recruiting front. First look at Vanderbilt transfer Tyler Steen, who's also working for an opportunity to earn that starting spot at that tackle position. And I'm curious to see the best 5 that emerge after fall camp for Eric Wolford regarding the Alabama offensive line. Just some great stuff to see. The big boys working. Damian George looks really good from this footage that we received from the University of Alabama. So credit to these guys doing work inside the trenches. Seth McLaughlin, one of the players who really rose up last season at that center spot. As we look to the defensive line, right here you have Anquin Barnes, number 59. And as you're going to see with this defensive line working with Coach Freddie Roach, there's so many names, and I continue to say that. You have Curtis Perry right here, number 97. That was Damon Payne, number 44. Another shot of Big Tim Keenan at number 96. This is just look at him. He's a mountain in the middle, right? Number 93 right here, that is Jamarian Latham. And then you're also going to have number 98. That is Jamil Burrows. So Burrows coming off the ball really great right there. And then another great shot at Jamarian Latham. Number 92, this is Justin Ebogbe. Just overall, the defensive line, really excited about those guys and what each of them bring to the table going into this 2022 season. Now we look at the photos from practice number 4. You got Ja'Cory Brooks. Had a chance to hear from him during Monday's media availability. He talked about the competition at the wide receiver room. You got Kendrick Law, number 19, guy who's certainly stepping up as a younger wide receiver. You got Demoy Kennedy. Good to see him in the fold, as well as Keanu Koht. Keanu doing a great job, continues that progress at the University of Alabama. I think he has a very bright future. First look at Amari Niblack. I think he could certainly be utilized with that size that he has. And then you have Damon Payne. Don't forget about Damon Payne. Kobe Prentice. This is our first footage of him during this fall camp to see Kobe Prentice in the University of Alabama uniform. You have the GOAT, a.k.a. Nick Saban, still rocking the shades. A lot of people have been talking about that this fall camp. I love it. Love the shades. All about it. Here is a photo of Jeremiah Alexander, very talented linebacker for the University of Alabama. First look at Miles Ketzelman, a tight end for the Crimson Tide. Here's a look at the offensive line right here. Seth McLaughlin there at center. And then you have Bryce Young, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, followed by offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien.